Okay, everybody wave. Hi. Hi. Okay, we just want to welcome everyone. We're finally getting started after some technical difficulties that Andrew had. So, there's I didn't it wasn't me who had them. It was Andrew. So, we
Are we?
apologize on his behalf.
Are you sure we're live?
Yeah.
Are we? Okay.
Um We're live, everybody. So we want to get started on this conversation. That's what it's going to be. I have my opening TED talk, as it were. Um, so a few months ago, Andrew and I had a short chat about diversity and race during our end of year wrap up, and we didn't dive too deep then because that wasn't the specific topic. We were just talking about everything for 2026, but a specific comment stuck with me, and I thought that I would bring it up for this conversation. It's a perfect example of why we need to have this conversation today and continue on forward into perpetuity. Um, the commenter proposed a hypothetical that to prove that skin color isn't a real metric for life experience. And they compared two groups. Group A had five people of different races who all grew up in New York. Group B was five white people with different neurotypes, different countries of origin, and different gender identities. Their argument was that Group B is more diverse because their experiences are more varied, while the people of color in Group A supposedly had similar life experiences just because they live in the same city. And for me, here is why this logic fails and why we are focusing on POC voices today. So, where we do agree is that invisible diversity is vital, 100%. Neurodivergence, gender identity, and geography are massive parts of who we are. Those factors make a story rich, they make a table better, and we are not here to diminish those experiences or say they don't count as diversity. Where the logic falls apart, in my opinion, is the idea that five people of different races in the same city have the same experience. I think that is just factually incorrect. As a Black woman, my race is not a cosmetic detail. It is a fundamental reality. And so it shapes how I move through the world, how I am treated by authority figures, and hurdles that people who look like me face every single day. A Black man, a Korean woman, and a white man might all live in the same New York neighborhood, but they do not walk the same streets. Their geographic similarity does not erase the systemic and cultural realities of race. That's just me factually speaking. So, and as a reminder, it is not a competition. Diversity is not a zero sum game. You don't have to choose between a neurodivergent player and a person of color. Intersectionality does exist, and you can be both. And suggesting that one counts more than the other creates a false choice. And we aren't here to rank which struggle is harder. We're here to widen the door so that everyone who has been sidelined actually gets a seat. And so we're talking about POC voices today, and we are being intentional about race today because historically, these are the voices that disappear first if we aren't careful and intentional. So when people say they don't see color or only focus on invisible diversity, it often becomes a shield to justify a monolithic table. And so we want to move past accidental diversity, and we just want to talk about how to build tables where different cultural perspectives aren't just present, but are actually valued as a core part of the storytelling. Does that all make sense to everybody here who is sitting at this table with me? Yeah? Okay. Well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, everybody. That was the opening of this conversation. Um, and to get us started and move into a positive space, I want to ask Andrew and everybody in the chat, everybody here, um, what was a specific moment at a table where you felt your unique perspective or like cultural background was actually made the story better or more interesting? Anybody have a
Um,
like that?
yeah. And this is probably a personal thing that was likely lost by anyone who is not familiar with Korean culture, and I'm not by any means an expert in Korean culture. I grew up in Northern Ontario. That's it's pronounced Ontario, Maia. I don't know what how you pronounce it, but that's how it's said. Um,
Ontario. That's I don't know. I
right.
yours doesn't sound right.
Anyway, so yeah, my exposure as a child was very limited to Asian or basically any non-white culture. Um, so I had obviously had some identity issues growing up. Um, it wasn't until I reached adulthood that I really gained an appreciation and a curiosity for my Korean heritage. And I've been playing catch ups ever since. So I am not an expert in Korean culture. I've only been to Korea a couple of times. Um, my spoken Korean is horrendous, um, but it is a culture that is still very important to me, very personal to me, and that I identify with. And I think that's okay as part of the diaspora. It's a slightly different perspective than a native Korean individual. Obviously, it's going to have different experiences, different perspectives on Korean culture. I have always learned about it through the lens of Western media. I grew up with like Kung Fu, Oriental Adventures from WotC in the early days, right?
Interesting.
Um, yeah, and when I first got Oriental Adventures, I thought, how freaking cool that they're talking about my culture. I had no idea that it was a total reductive representation and very bad
Mhm.
source for it. But that was the closest thing I ever had to it. That's the only thing I had to it at that point
Mm,
in time. So I clung to it. And it wasn't until I reached adulthood that I realized, okay, yeah, it's problematic, and understanding why. Um, so I'm not here to preach or just to get on some kind of soapbox and tell everyone this is how you should appreciate Korean culture because I'm still learning about it myself. Um,
mhm,
but I think as long as you approach it with a perspective of openness and respect, whether it be Korean culture or any culture, Samoan, Black, Native American,
mm.
um, I think it's worthwhile exploring. It really is. To try and empathize with people not the same as you, and to try and see the world through their lens, I think is could be a very powerful experience. So for me, when we played that Bite the Hand one shot
Oh, yeah.
not too long ago, I played. I can't remember the archetype of my character, but I
Mm,
played some sort of uh, electro shaman. I forget what it was called, but I kind of embodied a mudang there. I embodied like spirituality and dance into my character, and that was important to me. But I don't think anyone else got onto what the heck I was doing. I thought it was just some nut job dancing in the middle of the street, right? So,
you were both.
um, but yeah, that's important for me personally. I don't know how it conveys in the game or if anyone else cares, but it's still important to me.
Mm, okay. Does anybody have, any of their, like, opening statements or an answer to that question where you felt like your unique perspective made the story better or interesting?
Yeah, I had a moment a while ago. I was playing an absolutely buck wild pseudo one shot. Like there wasn't a system. It was let's roll dice and see what happens. And
Okay.
we just kind of started making up stuff on the fly, and it was a blast.
Mhm.
It was essentially like a cooking battle kind of thing. Everything was food themed. We were in a fight restaurant, whatever that is. I don't know. It worked. It was great.
Mhm.
And at the end, when we won, the prize for like beating the fight restaurant was that you got to go to the dessert course, and the dessert that was served to you was like um a magical dessert that would change to suit the ideal dessert that you were dreaming of. And uh, I had my character when it was my turn to describe what my character's ideal dessert was. It gave me an opportunity to describe something from my cultural heritage called plate tart.
Mm.
My mom's side of the family is from the island of Montserrat, and plate tart is a distinctly Montserratian dish. My like there I have family members who are like adamant about never share. I don't know why they don't want to share the family recipe.
Eh,
They're gonna die one day. But anyway, it's a big deal.
mhm.
And what I really love about it is delicious. It's made it's mostly coconut, shaved coconut. Um in a place where coconut grows. So it's like not like a bag of coconut. It's like fresh coconut that you have to chop up and grate. And
Mm.
like it's one of those like a bunch of people in the kitchen at the same time, like doing a really arduous task together over time kind of dishes. And it's called plate tart because it's traditionally baked with a mismatched chipped plate. That's what
Huh.
you make the pie on. It's like a pie that you've seen before. It was like the crisscross kind of like crust kind of thing. Full of like really sparkly white shredded coconut. It's delicious, but like it's not a pie pan. It's a chipped dish, and it has that like we do what we can with what we have kind of tradition inherently attached to it,
Mm.
that I really love. And that was the first thing that came to mind of like, no, it has to be plate tart. It's
Mm.
specifically my character's like grandmother's plate tart, a recipe. Like she has the recipe, but it was different when grandma made it, but grandma's not around anymore and that kind of thing. And I was able to like lean into that in describing the dish. And I don't know how, I mean, other people at the table were like, wow, that's cool. So I appreciate that. But I think the thing that resonates with me the most was like, um, both sides of my family are from the Caribbean. One side of my family is from Trinidad, the other side is from Montserrat. And something that I've been kind of struggling with is that Trinidad is independent and Montserrat is, I believe, a protectorate of the UK. Like if you mail a letter to Montserrat, it'll say Montserrat UK on it.
Mm.
And I've just kind of felt like there's like there's social consequences that come along with being an independent nation that used to be uh, a slave nation.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like we went like we came like the invasion was, I want this island to be where I farm stuff. Like I want the sugar off this island, so I'm gonna like traffic humans to get the sugar off of this island. That's how my
Yeah, yeah.
ancestors ended up there.
Mm.
Um, and uh, you know, there's a tax for independence. All of a sudden, there's crime out of nowhere. Oh no, I wonder why there's such a huge crime problem in this nation that successfully kicked the butt to like colonialism off, versus like the one that has the UK attached to the address is the one that has like a near zero crime rate. And the optics of that, and like the associations in different like types of cultural expression, and whether or not those are good or bad, whether or not those are polite or impolite or decent or indecent and that kind of thing. It's like a
Mm.
dichotomy that I've had to deal with just within my own family because of those two different like cultural tensions. But in learning more about each side of the family, I'm starting to, I guess, forgive Montserrat. And it
Mm.
was nice to see that, like, oh, my immediate like thought was plate tart and not something else from my heritage.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. It's kind of like you said, you're beginning to forgive it because you had certain feelings about it before, and just
Yeah.
the fact that plate tart came up, it just shows that you're having more positive
Yeah.
feelings towards it.
More comfortable. And it's another
I love
like
it.
I've never been off the continent of North America. So it's another like
Mm.
it's very much the, oh, I don't actually know the whole story, but it's like the kid is mad at mom and dad and doesn't know, doesn't have the capacity to get the perspective of why mom and dad did XYZ, but then as they grow be like, oh, I'm starting to get it now. Get like as I'm learning more about
Mm.
each like cultural perspective, like, okay, cool. I'm processing, I'm unraveling stuff. Yeah.
It's a lifelong process. Also, is Montserrat is a font, by the way.
Yeah, it
Are we
is.
saying okay? I just want to say, are we saying
Yeah.
the same word? Okay.
Yeah,
The graphic designer
Montserrat.
in me was like, Montserrat's a font. Okay.
It's also
Anyway,
an island, isn't
Also,
it's also an
yep,
island.
also an island. Yeah.
Okay. Merm, you got anything? You got any cool hobbies?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a Samoan queer creator in this space, and I have yet to find, other folks that are like me in this space. And so this is very important to me because I echo a lot of what Andrew has already said. Because I grew up in the Midwest. There's Samoans don't go to the Midwest. It's too fucking cold here
Yeah.
for Pacific Islanders to exist and to thrive here because it's so fucking cold. I don't know how my mom did it. She's an angel. She I love her. Um
Mm-hmm.
and so like growing up, like you don't there's no Samoan representation in media. That just isn't a thing. Like we had cool, we had Dwayne the Rock Johnson and we had, the football players and everything, but all of that to me
Aquaman?
equates. Okay, that wasn't when I was a kid.
Oh,
Aquaman
okay,
came when
okay.
I was a little older.
Okay,
But like
okay.
Troy Polamalu and all of these football players, like to me, like when I looked at that, it was like, oh, it's violence. That's what this is. Like
Mm.
they are only putting their bodies on the line for that. And then with Dwayne the Rock Johnson, yeah, the WWE has a lot of Samoans, but it's that violence again. And there's no women in this representation either. And so I grew up very white. I'm also half white. So like I'm very in tune with that side of myself and I understand that side of myself. And now I'm like, now what does it mean that I'm Samoan? Yeah, cool. I got these fucking tattoos on my hand, but like now fucking what? Like
Mm-hmm.
uh, it like there's just so many things and Andrew has hit on a lot of the things that I would have said. And like now that I'm in this space and I make like and I still tell stories like this and I'm given platforms and I'm able to like have all of these things, like I am 100% putting like my culture on the forefront of me being a Samoan person. Yeah, cool. I'm white passing right now because it's cold and I don't want to tan when it's like 45 degrees outside. But like I promise I am. And two very recent tables that I was at. One of them was Andrew's table when we did Outgun Superheroes, and like we had discussions about like who like my character was very strong, like their superpower was super strength and how did we get it. And so that kind of discussion of the old ways of religion and spirituality in Samoa and how I could like intertwine that, and then having that moment of like we had an interlude of sort where someone had incredibly horrific burns, and to kind of alleviate that was that sort of sacrifice that a lot of Samoans understand to be a part of our spirituality to help out the other person in need. I highly recommend everybody watch that because I cried a lot during that and it was very well done and Andrew's an incredible storyteller. Okay. And then the other okay. Maia, I have to be at more tables with you. That's what
I
that
did. I
you have
didn't
to
know you
invite
saw that.
me. Yes. And then the other one, I did a Raisis fundraiser through Streaming Rainbow. So we had a one shot called Si Sueños No Hay Paraíso, which don't tell me what it means because I don't remember, but I know Paraíso means paradise.
Okay.
And so we use the Pasión de las Pasiones system, which is a PBTA
Mhm.
system
Yeah.
that is telenovela, like it is a telenovela. And so the very first half of it we were like this like upscaled, like we were playing these like heightened versions of ourselves um because we're in the telenovela. And then the second half was like we're grounded now because everything is turning to shit. This is who we actually are and this is the consequences of our actions previously and on screen. And so in that I was able to bring so many stories that I know of my family and of my people and of my village, of like the sacrifices that we have to do. Like my character had to leave the island and leave her family and leave everything she's ever known because she had to help fund her family. And I think that's so like common in the islands and like islands around the world because like the economies and just the suction of resources to, you know, the superpower, the mega, the colonizers of the world are taking advantage of those things, and so we have to sacrifice our livelihood and our families and our who we are as people just to be a part of that. And so like that is such like a huge thing for me because I had to watch so many of my cousins be like, yeah, I have to be away for 6 months and I have to go to a different country where not like they don't primarily speak Samoan, and I have to learn English just so that like they don't, you know, say horrible things behind my back, or they don't work me to my bone and take advantage of me because, you know, they see, oh, it's a Samoan, you're strong, you can do all of these things, so we're gonna like just you just keep working, that's what you do, sort of thing. And
Mm.
yeah, and now like I want to bring more joy into the uh like stories that I tell, bringing myself to the table as well.
Yeah. I think well, specifically have I played with you, Merm, yet? Or
We
we just
played a
did
one shot for the
oh, we did. I
for
can't I
winter.
I remember.
Yeah.
I was testing you.
Yeah.
But learning more or just like hearing you bring up like Samoan culture, it makes me think like, oh yeah, I don't see that culture a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that I didn't see it that much until you
Mhm.
were bringing it up. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
there's probably a whole bunch of cultures we just aren't seeing that I'm not aware of.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So if there's more people like you who are like, yeah, I'm gonna name my character this, and when I talk about NPCs, they're gonna be called this, or you know, I like that. And I think you did it during like a world building session we did recently.
Yes, we definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That was really fun.
So I
You
think it's
love
always
world
a good
building, don't
idea.
you?
Huh?
Maya?
What'd you say?
You love world building. You just can't get enough of it.
You just
I
can't get enough. You love typing out all of those things and just
Mhm.
like keep going. We just
I
keep
I
going.
don't know what you guys are talking. What are you guys talking about? I like world building.
Yeah.
Do I want it to go on for 6 months? No. Jesus. Um, okay, Andrew, what do you got? You got any questions for us?
No, I think this is a very valuable discussion to have.
Mhm.
Because I think I've been fortunate enough to have met like so many incredible people in this hobby. Um, it is probably one of the most welcoming, open communities I've ever come across. Um, so again, I haven't seen any overt racism projected towards me or anyone at the table at tables I've been at. Um, and a lot of people are respectful, but oftentimes you get a lot of misconceptions, stereotypes kind of come up. People tend to generalize, or if they don't know something, um, the odd time you get the really bad accent that is very cringy. Um,
Oof.
but um, other than that, there hasn't been. I would consider those like microaggressions. They don't really real. They don't mean to offend, uh, but in the very nature of what they're doing and saying, it is offensive,
Mm.
and they just don't realize it. So, what I'm hoping is that through discussions like this, we can raise the level of awareness in this community to say, hey, um, maybe it's not okay to do the slanty eyes at the table if you want to, if you're trying to play an Asian character, right?
No way.
Um, um,
Has that happened?
once. Um, So, so yeah, I'm hoping
What?
that um, that people have are open to learning about different cultures, right? For example, the new Mirado campaign that we're going to be playing through. Don't forget, Maya, you are a player in that game, so you better behave.
I
Anyway,
will
um,
wait, what time is our session again? No, I'm kidding. I remember.
um,
I remember.
um, and again, because but it's even though it's set in a Korean inspired setting, I do want like the fact that Merm, you are in this game, Maya, you are in this game. I want you guys to be able to feel free to express yourselves, your cultures, your heritage through your character if you want to,
Mhm.
right? I'm because that to me is where so much interesting stuff happens. Learning about each other, learning about each other's characters, um, where they're from, what motivates them, what's important to them. I think that's really, really good fertile ground for storytelling.
Hmm. Um, I had a question. So, because I think this is a good conversation to have for people to watch and listen to. Um, so how do we keep from there being tokenization and versus intentionality, if that makes sense? So if let's say I'm looking to I want my table to be, I know Chanel, you're like, oh, I don't like the word diverse. If I was going to use another word, what word could I use?
Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to unmute my microphone. I don't like the overuse of the word diversity. I think if you're talking about a table, then diversity makes sense. But if you're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about like, oh, I want this game to be more diverse, so I've cast Chanel. I am one person. That's not how that works. You just
Okay.
you've cast an anomaly. That's a different word.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, diversity I
Okay,
think is
okay.
yeah.
So okay, so does it make sense then? Because it's kind of like you were the token then, if they just
Yeah,
yeah.
tokenism and like just one different thing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So how do we go from just getting that token player because you're seeing the monolith at the table versus being like intentional? I have thoughts, but I want to know what do you guys think? How can someone who's wanting to cast and wants their table to be, I can't
I,
think of
I,
any other word than diverse, but
I think you said it, or representative, I think would be another word perhaps, but
Mhm.
mm,
you said it. You have to be intentional. You
mm,
really do need to um, go out there and look. Don't just take anybody who comes to the table. Be
okay.
picky about who you want at your table.
Mhm.
Um, you have to. Otherwise, like you said, we are a minority in this hobby by far in North America, right? So if you're not intentional, more often than not, you'll end up with another all white table.
Mm.
How do I, where do I look? How do I look? I'm
I
playing
think
the person who's trying to look.
I think
Like, where do
I
I look?
honestly I like the use of the word representative in this context. It makes me think of samples versus from like populations. So I think it
Mhm.
depends on the population. Like if your casting call is going to go out to a particular community and you know how many people how many different kinds of people are in that community,
Mm.
don't pick one person that fits outside of what you or have already decided you want, just like so you can say you did it. Actually look at everybody who applies. But then if your community is entirely white, then maybe we think about why non-white people
Are
don't stick
not
around in
there.
your community. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Why aren't there other cultures?
make it reflect the actual population.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Any other
I
thoughts?
I have something to bounce off of Andrew of that
Mm.
intentionality. There has to be intentionality and there has to be follow up. So like I think Moreto is such like a good like it really encapsulates this for me personally in thinking about it of like yeah, cool. We have like our cast is very intentionally like chosen, but then our entire world building was just engulfed in who we were as people and who we bring and the cultures that we bring. And so like if you're gonna have a table and you're gonna have okay cool I have like two white people and two POC, that's what we're gonna do, wow, okay cool, how are you gonna make it so that those POC are comfortable at your table? How are you going to bring them to the table, and how are you going to start those discussions with those people, with the people that you've brought and that you I assume that you trust, to be like, hey, if I were to accurately try to bring something to your table, to this table, and have you at it and you be comfortable at the table, what does that look like? Like there has to be work on your end. Like I think that was something that we all talked about before this, like before we like went live, of
Mm.
like it just like you can't just stop. You have to keep going. You have to keep trying. You actually do have to mess up sometimes and that's okay.
Mm.
But like you have to get out of that, you have to be okay in that comfortability so you can get to the comfortability. Like that is a step and that is a process through.
I will also say, we do want to have, like, if there are black people at your table, for example, you don't want to overdo the fact that you want them to be comfortable, because then it starts to get a little weird where you're like,
Mhm.
I had that experience recently where they
Mhm.
just kept trying to make me feel comfortable,
Yeah.
because they were not black, and I was like, um, "Yeah, I get it. I'm black." It just reminded me. Oh, it felt like I was just being reminded. It was like very Get Out, where everybody's like trying to relate to you. They're like, "I do know Tiger," and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
So you have to. There has to be like a balance where,
Yeah.
yes, you want people of color to be comfortable, but like don't overdo it. I don't know if that makes sense.
That
Just
made sense. You're good.
don't.
Yeah.
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 um
I've been in a
yeah.
situation where I brought up that I wanted to n- I made reference to the fact that something that I was going to be doing with my character had a real world analog
Mm,
racially,
mm,
and also like in a misogynoir kind of way, which is fun
mm,
for me because I'm a black woman.
mhm.
And then the feedback was just like, oh, it was well meaning, but it was like, oh, we have to soup up the lines and veils because now we're doing an extra thing. And I was like, no, because
What?
hey, I'm always going to be black and safety is always going to be important. So I know I announced it, but like I don't always announce it. I just thought it was fun to share. Because also it was a situation where there was like, ooh, there's us, like there's more than one black person at this table. So I was like, if I point out what I'm doing, other people will know. Versus like, I will just keep it a secret and it's gonna be a fun thing for me and whoever watches the VOD who sees what they get, whatever. So it's like an interesting, like, I it is important. It's I don't know. It's safety is important and maybe we do need to add a little bit extra to the way we do safety tools, but it was an interesting time to notice that, I thought.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Miriam, your cat is cute. But yeah, I would say also just like I don't really talk about. Is this a bad? I don't talk about race a lot. I'm just myself. You know what I mean? I'm just being every single day. Like, actually, Chanel, we were talking about that. You're like, we don't bring this up that much. It's other people. But yeah, I feel like for the most part, 90% of the time, I'm just being myself and living in the world. So I don't bring up these topics a lot. But I do think they're important conversations. But that's why I don't want to, I want to be comfortable at a table, but don't be loud about it. Does that make sense? Okay,
I'm
okay.
curious. I'm curious, Maya. What has your experience been? I mean, you're relatively new to this hobby. I think what you're on year 3 or 4 now.
3.
3? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just a baby. So how has your experience been as a black woman in the TTRPG space?
Um, it's been fine, but like everything is fine. Like you just grow up being a black woman, so you kind of just get used to just spaces that where you are the only one there. And then when you see someone who looks like you, you're like, hey, hey, just in case I see you. There's a thing where we're just always searching for someone else who looks like us. But just growing up, like elementary school, junior high, like just going through life in general, you get used to being like one of the only ones. And so entering into the TTRPG space, it was just that too. So there was really I wasn't getting any like whiplash. It was like, yeah, it's just another hobby or it's another thing in life where again, I'm like the minority. But you get used to it. So I don't really think about it too much. It was when we did the Juneteenth stream last year, and Chanel was in that group where my eyes were really open because it was an all black table, and it was the first time I had ever experienced that, and it was so amazing, and it opened my eyes to what is possible in gaming and feeling that type of. It was a great feeling, and it was hard for me to explain, and I think I said it. It was like a heavy weighted backpack was off, and I didn't even know that I was wearing one until that Juneteenth stream, where I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know I was even carrying that," until all I had to do was be black, like fully. And I realized, oh, I'm probably, what's the word, when you're like code switch? Code switch?
Yeah, I was about to say code switch. It felt there was so many things that we didn't have to do all the
Yeah,
time.
that's what there was things that we didn't have to do. And it's not bad that I do them in other groups, but you're fully just like free and yourself in that group. And it made me realize like I want to do this more, one, but also, oh, this is what's possible in tables. And it was so that was like the most kind of transcendent um experience I've ever had, where I could fully be myself. I could make certain jokes, like cultural things like that, and everybody got it. Nobody was just kind of like staring at me and like not getting it. Like I could make jokes about touching my hair or using lotion. Like there's so much like black culture stuff that I could just do, and I knew everybody would get. And it was really nice. And it made me think like, oh man, I wish everybody had this type of experience. Like Merm and like a full table of like a Samoan culture. Like that sounds awesome. Like I would love to see that. And just so that's been my experience. I haven't had anything that was, like you said, overt. Probably micro. I mean, again, you get used to it and they kind of just they flow off you. Uh the biggest thing was recently during the Black History Month stream and all that. That's where I felt uncomfortable a little bit with one experience, and then I stepped out of the game because of it. Where I was like, oh, I'm not. It wasn't bad, but I'm telling myself to listen to my gut more, and so and then I heard other stuff, and I knew that I was right for to go. And we don't have to get into it more, but trusting my gut was the right thing to do. So yeah. Does that answer your
Okay.
question?
Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
curious. This is a question for all of you. In
Yeah.
terms of the genres and the settings and the systems that you enjoy playing, how do you find representation there? Because I mean, fantasy is a lot of it is derived from Tolkien and
Eurocentric, I think is the phrase.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So
it's still predominantly Eurocentric, for being honest.
I'm a big proponent on creator focused representation. I
Mm,
don't want to see an approximation of myself. I just want to tell my story. Or I want to see someone like me telling a story
yeah.
that maybe I recognize because they're like me, but also I would be interested if someone like me said something that was a little different because they're a different person.
Yeah.
So I guess to go for like the biggest thing, like the biggest elephant in the room of just like D&D. One thing that I've been doing recently is like start thinking about the reasons why different mechanics are built the way they are, or rather like make assumptions about how the different mechanics hit me culturally and how I
Mm,
perceive them, and then tinkering with them and changing them so that they better reflect my own cultural perspective and how I
mm.
think these kind of stories should be told.
Can you provide
I'm
an example? Like I'm
Yeah,
interested to see like, okay, what mechanic where you're like, I could switch this up.
right now I'm toying with the death mechanics because it
Mm,
doesn't make sense with me. It doesn't make sense to me that losing combat results in the game over. You should be able to lose and then something else happens. It's like rolling in that one. Like if a combat is like a summary of rolls
mm,
and you rolled like straight nat once and you lose combat, but like the whatever you're fighting chooses not to kill you, which is a lot of like that happens a lot of the time in real life.
mm.
Something happens after that. Um, my like to keep it real short because I could get really
Okay.
woo about mechanics. Um,
I could too.
but I feel like D&D has been built with heroism as a definition instead of something that is earned by merit. Like you establish that your character is a hero at character creation, and then
Yeah.
the stats the game is built to um confirm that bias as you go along versus
Mm.
you just being a person who would like to be a hero, and then you like aim yourself, put your trajectory at problems and see what happens. Like if the dice tell the story, why are we weighting the die and calling that a combat balance, a balancing combat? Like, why does balancing combat mean challenging enough that it's fun, but not so challenging that the players lose? That's weird to me. So I've been futzing with that a little bit.
Mm. Do you
Essentially,
think?
like, and yeah,
Do you
yeah.
say that you should elevate, like when you die? You say something else should happen, like you go to another plane of existence, or like you.
That's one way, but like, what
Okay.
if you die? Like, what if the BBEG is like a dictator or something, and they arrest you? You lose combat against whoever, like cronies or
Oh,
whatever, and they just pick you up, and now you have to like
I see. I see.
figure your way out around like what if the problem is, and also this, hey, also really important to me, the idea of uh heroes being like NPCs kind of suck. Like the player characters are special. So the idea that like,
I
oh,
meant
you
my
have to be
NPCs.
special to be, huh? No,
You had to,
I mean mechanically, not like
okay.
not like in like voice acting. I mean
Okay.
like
Continue.
they're not as combat ready, right? They can't do the cool stuff that players can do. And that they could. That's what I'm saying. They could. Like if people are just people,
I see what you mean.
it's the hero idea of I need someone to come and fix my problems for me instead of like I see a societal issue that needs changing. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try. Like I feel like there should be a mechanical possibility for the BBEG to be indomitable, but you try anyway.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. I don't know if you're gonna get those stories in D&D, the
I don't know.
heroic fantasy game.
Yeah.
Maybe Shadow Dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's also like I appreciate, I think it's really important for people to there needs to be a variety, and this is a great reason, a great opportunity to use the word diversity. I think there needs to be a diversity of systems that people can pick up and play so that they're not discouraged from telling their stories. Um, at the same time, I'm the kind of like get under the hood kind of person that I'm not really looking for a solution. I'm looking to understand the problem.
Mm.
So
You are that way.
yeah, I am, aren't I? You
Yeah,
know.
you recently. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to we could talk about D&D and oh god, it's mechanics. But yeah, does anybody have any other thoughts? I think we were starting from being intentional versus like tokenization. I think that's where we kind of the topic started. Do we feel like we nailed it? Did we solve tokenism?
I could
Okay,
say
no.
one more thing.
Go ahead. We didn't solve it yet.
In in casting,
Yeah.
for the very first time I'm doing casting and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's so fun. I don't know what I did. It's just been so funny to me.
Yes.
Out of everybody in the event that my game is gonna be in, I got the responses to my casting have been the whitest. I don't know what happened. I did something that made people who are not white and not male maybe not want to sign up, which is really interesting, really fascinating.
Send me your post.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, we can talk about that. That is genuinely something I'm interested in.
Why does it
I
say
did a
only
little
looking for
poking.
white male?
I didn't do
Found
that.
your issue.
I did a little poking, and there was a bit of a self-selection bias happening. And I feel like since we're talking about, I mean, we are talking about perspectives.
Yeah.
I know that like from the outside in, the idea of like don't exclude people of color from your table's hypothetical non-person of color. But at the same time, I think, and I feel like this is maybe a more private conversation in different like POC communities. Why are we self-selecting ourselves out? Why are we not answering all the casting calls? I think it's an interesting conversation. But then also back to the outside looking in, as I completely confused my camera by waving my hands around.
Not moving.
Having a sensitivity to, cool, what did I do that made somebody else self-select themselves out of my game? Like being curious about that. How are we sending little signals that make people maybe not want to apply? It's something to look into.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe it's the play. Where were you? I'm thinking like, where were you posting? But you posted like
posted in Anansi's web, which is funny.
That makes sense. Wait a minute.
feel so bad.
Wait a minute.
I didn't. I don't want to talk about the reasons that some people gave because everybody gave an individual reason, and I don't want to give somebody the horror of recognizing what they said.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
but it's just really interesting to see how like we've like the ways that a lot of our get along tendencies of like also just degenerativity, the generousness of just being like, I want to give somebody else a turn. And then if all the black people say I want to give everybody else,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
see. I see.
Nobody signs up because they don't want to take up space is yeah. So it's
Interesting.
a
I don't do that. I'll take a newbie spot.
yeah.
If Andrew says I'm running a
Let me
game and
know.
he's like, oh, but I'm looking at new people, I'm like, I don't care. I'm signing up.
Yeah. I
Maia
do
is
not tell
shameless.
myself no.
I-
I make other people tell me no.
Good.
That's a
You should
rule I
be-
live by.
We need people like Maia.
I'll also say, just remember tokenization is about filling a slot. So if you're thinking in those terms, it's tokenization. Intentionality is about valuing someone's voice and their perspective. I would say if you want like practical advice, like find widen your net, meet more people, reach out to people who you see and you're like, you're awesome. That guy's awesome. I'm gonna DM them. Like you're just like, I just like the way you play. And just reaching out to people that way. For me personally, I just been joining a lot of streams and people's games and signing up. And that has opened like networking doors. And so now that GM has his own Discord and it's super representative of the races you see in the US at least. And now he's like recommending people to me. They're recommending people to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is awesome. Now I'm meeting more people. Now we got Anansi's Web and all those type of spaces. And there's, I would say reach out to people and maybe you might be nervous. You're like, I never done this before, but I'm learning new things and I think this is important. I'm going to reach out to Diversity Saves on Blue Sky and send them a DM and be like, hey, I am looking to grow in this area. Do you have any players who would be interested because I want more representation at my table? And that's like a good first step. And that's being intentional. But if you just stick to those spaces where you're like, I'm just posting in this Discord and you already know what this Discord is. You know who's in this Discord. Like open up, widen your net. And that's being intentional. But all we can do is advise you. So if you're not doing that stuff, like ask yourself why. Maybe you just don't care. I mean, I'm sure there are people who just don't care to widen their net. But hopefully these conversations help to like help people to open their mind and try something new. I know it's very easy to like stick with your core 4 because I have like my Pokeball. Is that how it works? I don't watch Pokemon. Anyway, I have a whole bunch of Pokemon and I just know who I can call on. They're really great. But it's okay to like open up some more and like do the casting. It's some work, you gotta talk to people, you gotta play with them, all that good stuff. But
I
it's
remember
worth it in the end.
I had a conversation briefly with Stella Luna
Yeah.
about a year ago now, and she said the exact same thing.
Mm.
You really got to put yourself out there. You have to be intentional about that part too, and I think that's so true. I'm still working on that because I'm generally a shy person, an introvert. Sorry, so putting myself out there is a little difficult for me. But yeah, I think.
Can you guys guess that I'm also an introvert? Me and Andrew are both introverts.
Very much.
I'm just a fun one.
And you say Andrew's not fun? Okay. All right.
No, not at all. I'm just an old curmudgeon.
Let me have a kaiju as a pet. So
Maia.
Oh, he
You
did.
can't do that. You can't do that to introverts. They just agree with you.
What do you say? I'm also an introvert. We can do it to each other.
He was like, yeah, you can't do that.
Someone in the chat said, Andrew, I figured Maia, not so much. I know. That's because I'm the fun one.
Okay.
Maia doing cold calls and Andrew's like, well, they didn't respond.
Well, they didn't get back to me. um, but yeah, yeah. I guess the next topic is I do you have a new topic, Andrew? You got anything?
Yeah, I still
The
want to
next topic
explore
is me
the.
asking Andrew what the topic is.
I still want to explore a bit more about settings and games, and I
Oh yeah.
know. I think we touched on this briefly a while back. We don't have to beat a dead horse, but like for example, Wajima. Um,
What game?
uh, Obajima.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, do we not say that word anymore?
No, no, I just
um, I mean,
some of us have a game in Obojima, and
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Anyway,
nobody's perfect. I have an argument about Obojima. Go ahead.
um, but yeah, I think um, like for example, when I saw there've been a couple of attempts at portraying Korean or even other Asian cultures, but it always seemed to be white dudes writing about it. I mean, for some of them, um, they have a genuine fascination and love for the culture, and that's fair. They might even be living in it. They probably speak better Korean than I do, even, right?
Mm,
Um, but I still think there's something missing there. Um, I don't know. Maybe if they're born in Korea, they're grew up there and that's all they spoke, that's like they were immersed in that, then yeah, then they were by all means, they know the culture, they lived it their entire lives. But if you're an expat or if you're writing from the US or somewhere in Europe about an East Asian culture,
are you saying if you're not of that culture, then you shouldn't?
there's something you have to do a bit more work, I think.
Mhm,
um you have to engage that community, I think is the most basic thing you can and should do.
mhm,
And I just don't think that happens a whole lot. And I keep seeing new games being spun up, but in Kickstarters representing Asian culture, this or that, and it just blows my mind. Um,
mhm. I think
for me,
Coyote and Crow. I think they do it well, right?
they
But
do it.
I
Yeah.
haven't like super researched into it. But from what I could see when I read their website, it looked like they really do. Or actually, they are Native Americans and
Uh,
do that.
Yes,
yep.
they are.
Yep. For sure. I
Oh,
just
okay,
signed to
cool,
be a
cool,
storyteller with them, so I'm looking forward to that experience.
awesome.
But for example, in Korean, there's Tian Shi- Tian Sha. I'm saying, I know I'm saying that wrong. The Pathfinder, a world setting based on Asian cultures, where they actually hired Asian writers to represent the various countries
Oh,
and
nice.
the different cultures. There's Undying Corruption, wonderful Korean D&D and Pathfinder supplement,
Mhm,
and world, um, which I've gained a lot of joy from, um, and learned a lot from, and got a lot of inspiration from. So I think the more we see that of people of color producing these types of games, I think the better. Um, honestly, Merm, I don't know if there's any in the Samoan space. Maybe you could write something.
start something.
I mean, I'm a writer, so I
There
could
you go.
do that. I'm wearing native earrings too, so
If you wrote
so,
something
hmm?
like system agnostic, I would 1,000% run it.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. Maya,
Yeah.
you're like the best. Sorry, Andrew. Your
Sorry.
spot's been
All right,
taken.
I think I'm just gonna take my water and go home. That's
Andrew, I love you. You would let me have a kaiju.
hmm.
I can give you 2 kaijus.
Wow.
It's not a contest, Maya. Gee.
But yeah, I think my big thing is just like uh I don't want to feel like I'm harping on it, but I do think when it comes to casting, because Chanel, you said you got a very kind of narrow set. I'm interested to see like why that. I'm very interested to see like why that came to be, and
I
you're
think
in like places
the word
where
D&D. Like it's a D&D spoof, and I think if you say D&D, the white men come. It's what happens.
Why does it
No,
sound like a horror movie?
you said
say
it.
Oh no.
Oh no, all the
Hey,
white men are gonna come
not
to this
even
stream.
one. All right.
It's like when you go to the bathroom and you turn off the light and say
trouble.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
D&D,
No,
D&D.
no,
D&D.
Oh god.
no.
You gotta say
I,
it 5 times.
no, I will
that
say
sounds crazy.
I put out in since I joined LFM at least half a dozen casting calls, and I would say easily, even for the Murata one that is starting up, 80 to 90% of the respondents are white male. Yeah, I think that's just the demographic of this hobby.
Actually, yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's the large, and we're not even trying to
I
like
think it's
target anybody. It's just like if we're looking at statistics, it's like, yeah,
I think it's also once again that self-selection problem of people not feeling like not want like they're I'm not gonna get in or like let other people tell you no. Don't say no to yourself. But also to something you said earlier, Andrew, about white folks, particularly white men, um uh trying their hand at respectful representations of other cultures. There is a sort of the world is my oyster assumption that comes with the privilege of having descended from colonizers
Mm.
that I think fuels well, if I try my best and I do my research, like with effort, I can carve out a space for myself here. Um, Not that that's wrong, because like I said, it's like with effort, with respect, right? But there's still that assumption of I get to be here. This is a place where I get to belong. Is not something that we all inherently feel just in humanity. Once again, tapping into like the self-selection bias of that doesn't seem like something that I would be accepted in, so I'm not even going to try to apply, or even like um yeah, I don't know. It's I was saying something earlier. I think it was on Tumblr or something. I say random stuff on Tumblr sometimes.
You got to get
But
off
I
Tumblr. It's so 2006 of you. Every time you bring up Tumblr, I'm like, what year are we in?
I rejoined it after like a decade and a half because of Abria Iyengar.
Okay.
She's a bad influence. But yeah, I think I said something like I don't want to see I don't like seeing I think I specifically said black headcanons of non-black characters by non-black artists. Like I don't want to see non-black people just randomly decide. Like one thing I saw a lot is like Adine from
Mhm. Yeah,
Fantasy
Dimension
High.
20. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen people do like black AUs. Like I've seen black artists do black AUs where they
Uh-huh.
have like use their experience as black people to be like, what if they were black? Da, da, da. And that's cool. I've also seen non-black people go, I want to see more melanin and just recolor. And I hate that. And I feel like it's that like, no, but like I belong here and I'm doing it and this is the thing that I'm doing. I am part of like I am here and it is up to me to create diversity versus like what's keeping people out that know how to do this is I think is a
What's
thing
keep
that needs to be looked at more. Like what's keeping black artists from posting their art? Because we know black people be drawing shit.
Yeah.
Why, so I think it's that like it's looking at that assumption of who belongs and who doesn't, or not like it's not just exclusion, it's also who feels inherently included. Is something that we need to think about.
Exactly. I agree with you there. Now, what if a black person wants to make their own Obojima?
In
Does
what
it
way?
feel the same? Does it feel a little different? Like,
Is
and
it
they
still
also do,
based on Ghibli's worlds?
yeah, Miyazaki's work and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's one of the biggest problems of Obajima, and we've talked about this, is that
Yeah.
how they've separated the art from the meaning and the cultural significance of the stories being told by Studio Ghibli,
Yeah. They basically
and
just took,
reduced it down
they
to
like the
pretty
art.
pictures.
Yeah. Pretty pictures. And the art is
We're talking a black
amazing.
American, right?
Yeah.
Not a black Asian person.
Nope, just fully black. Yeah,
Fully okay.
100%.
I know what you
Yeah.
mean, but I'm on this whole thing of just like black people are on the whole planet.
I mean,
Yeah,
everywhere,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
everything.
I
yeah.
turn that question around to you, Maya. How would you feel if someone like myself, Korean person with very little black experience, wrote a black campaign setting?
Now, if you did your research and you had other black partners, then I would be fine with it. And you like if you had like multiple black people at the table with you getting advice, but you were like the head, you were like the director or whatever, but you had the other voices in there, I'm fine with it. I for someone who's like has care for it, obviously, and is being respectful and has multiple voices of that culture, I'm personally fine. That's just me. But no research at all, nobody else at the table that looks like the culture you're trying to represent. I'm like, oh, you don't care. You're not even trying.
So when you say other people at your table, do you mean other creatives, people with actual input into the finished product?
Yeah, yeah. Also, I think there should be leadership too of that culture so that there's not just one person at the head who has final say. I would say also that I don't know, that might be radical thinking, but like if you're the director, you should have someone who's like either your equal or someone of that culture. Like we need someone at the head too. I don't think any one person should hold all the power and the
Yeah.
final say.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's a black campaign setting, Andrew? Somebody asked in the
Well,
chat.
I will be starting up.
What does that look like?
Now, I don't think it'll be a black campaign setting, but it is created by
Oh,
black
that's unfortunate.
creators. City of the Black Rose, Dagger Heart, and D&D campaign setting coming up by 3 black
Oh,
admins.
yeah. But if you were going to create one though, what would you put in it?
A black campaign setting?
Yeah, yeah,
I
American. Black.
honestly, I wouldn't even know where to start.
One
I
thing.
honestly.
Come on, one thing, Andrew. What would you put in it? Just please humor me. I'll give you $1. Say chicken.
I
What's the currency exchange for that?
Say baby oil.
you're just trying to get me canceled. I can see it.
Lotion.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, oh, that makes me that heals me. It's okay. I'm gonna join your team. I'm gonna give you all the stereotypical stuff to add in.
Oh God.
What else is in there? Basketball, dance battles. And I'm not even joking. That was part of the City of Mist. I can't get into it.
Ooh, though that hey, I do want to say though, just like to
What?
weigh in there. If I saw a black like
The
system
culture.
and I recognize it as black, my response would be in finding out who worked on it. Oh my god, if that person wasn't black, it's like, oh my gosh, you did wow, I would never would have known. If someone does a black system poorly, I'm not gonna go, that's a black system. I'm gonna go, what the fuck is that? Um, but I like my perspective on non-black people making black cultural works.
Yeah, yeah.
If someone does it really well, I'll be impressed and cool, that's great. But I feel like even just like as like my profession, I am a community art educator. I'm always going to be focused on agency.
Mm,
I'm not, if I know somebody is making, like a non-black person is making black cultural work, I'm not going to be super motivated to support or make it easier for them to make that. I would
mm.
be more interested in um black people doing that, especially just going back to the whole oh god, this is yeah, I was in this little like creative Discord social group. Somebody said they dabble in crochet, but they're not that good. And
Okay.
we forced them to show us something they made. And they were like, okay, fine. And they walked away and then came back with a 6-foot spider. I don't know how to say that word. Amigurumi, like a stuffed animal
Yeah.
made of crochet.
Yeah.
Just a massive,
I dabble,
and
pulls out
this
a
and this
piece of
yeah,
art.
so like I want I'm my whole brain is occupied on stop saying no to yourself. I want all the Black people to stop saying no to themselves right now.
That'd be like me.
And that's my main concern. If
Say
other
yes.
people are making Black stuff, what
Yes.
you say?
Push all, you gotta be like me, push all the newbies out of the
Yes.
way
But that's
and
also
sit.
really interesting
You
because
deserve
we're
that.
both incredibly extroverted, and maybe we need to think about what might be keeping introverts out. Because like being an unstoppable force is just easy when you're an extrovert.
Yeah.
I don't know if
And
that's
take it from me,
accessible.
as an introvert, it's possible. As it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be offended, but my laser focus would always be on enabling Black people to make their own stuff.
I mean, ideally, yes.
Yeah.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would just say, I guess, yeah, be intentional is like the name of the game here.
So
Widening. If so, and like targeted outreach too. So don't, like, you have to be, and I was thinking, like, is there something that you can say in your post to make it clear? Which I've seen in people's casting posts where they're like, we are specifically highlighting like BIPOC voices or something like that. For me, that helps me if I'm signing up for something. Granted, I'm signing up anyway. You guys know this. I'm going to sign up and push people out of the way. But when I do see stuff like that, it makes me, I feel a little bit better. I'm like, okay, so they, at least they recognize that, they want to be more inclusive and all that. So you could have a line like that. Or I recently, someone was like, very clear, we are being more intentional about who is at our table. Like, they had it in the sign up. And I hope, like, other cultures didn't feel left out, but it did make me feel good to see it. So maybe putting something like that in your casting form, Chanel. I don't think you do.
There was, and that's what was funny, because it wasn't even just like, oh, me, like it was like in the event, like the one thing that was different was it was my game, because everybody else had like way more like of a diversity in their in their applications, and then I was the one person that was just like, so many white guys want to play my game. So that's there is like yeah, the channel that I'm running, that I'm working with, it's
Yeah.
they're very clear about ratio and like intent, and I really appreciate that. That's one of the first channels I ever played at, actually. And I will say I have only played TTRPGs for a year, and I have done actual play for 100% of that year because I'm crazy.
Absolutely wild.
But but my tolerance for being microaggressed is pretty low. So for me, it's seeing those kind of signals of like, we're actually trying. Like, it's not so much I'll self-select myself out of a game because I don't feel welcome. It's I don't want to contribute to a like, if it like, it's a criteria for me. It's like you go to a job interview and you're interviewing the job. Like, if you're
Oh,
not,
yeah, 100%.
yeah. So I don't and here's the thing. It's really like, to the whole ratio thing of like, I think we said this before stream, like if you're going out of your way to cast, like if it's an American stream, to just really make it very narrow when it comes to like who's being represented.
Yeah.
If you're trying to cast a Black American, don't just cast one, cast more than one. And I can see the other side of that. It's just like the main reason why I started playing TTRPGs is because of Abria Iyengar. But I've seen Abria in a lot of places where she was the only Black person on screen, and there's reason for that because she does it on purpose so Black people can see her, so that Black people realize that they can play TTRPGs. So it worked. I'm here. I get that. I
It worked
don't
for
have
me
the
as
tolerance for that. I'll fuck it up because I'll blow my top.
it worked for me as well. When I saw her, I go, oh, okay, there's another like Black female GM. I could do that.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
it's really
100%.
good to see. That's why I want to put my face out there for like actual plays because I think it's important. Like it really is. That's why like when Black Panther was released, like little kids can see themselves on the screen. I loved when Black Panther came out. So I think yeah, seeing stuff like that really does help.
Mhm.
So I have a question for everybody. What if somebody was like, shouldn't we just pick the best players for the game regardless of their background?
No.
Yes, but what is your definition of the best players?
The thing that,
Well,
okay,
that's what I
I'm devil's advocate, right? Is that the right phrase?
well
I'm the
but that's
person.
the thing is that like why are they the best players for you? Because my best players are not your best players. Like my best players is
So
going to be a fully like POC table because
it's
that is
subjective.
what I intentionally want to do and want to create stories for. It's not for nothing that I make is for white people, and that's I feel like I'm very upfront about that. Like I make things for me, and I am a POC, so that's who I make this for.
You It's not for white people?
It's not for white people. It's
What are you
for
talking
me.
about?
Hello? That's for
Selfish.
me.
Selfish.
I'm fucking selfish. Like that's something that I've been working on for myself over the last since I fucking started doing TTRPGs like a year and a half ago. Is like I need to make stories for me about me because I don't see it anywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just like you said, you don't know someone's stories. You don't
Yeah.
know someone's storytellers. So
Yeah.
like as much of a burden as it is, and as much as I'm like, carrying the weight of my fucking islands on my shoulders, like that's just what this is like I don't exist and cater to those people. Like
Mm.
I fully am here so that I can make my cousins on the island and my cousins in Australia and New Zealand laugh because I'm like, yeah, look at me. I get to make funny haha jokes on the fucking internet and people fucking think I'm funny and you can do that shit too. Like let's have fun and like
Go get your
let's tell our
cousins, dude.
stories.
Hurry up.
What?
Go get your cousins.
My cousins are so fucking funny too. I would love for them to be on stream.
I
But they
know.
live in Australia and New Zealand. So that's like
Never mind.
17-hour difference.
Never mind.
I was gonna say that earlier. Time zone is also a constraint that makes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Jobs and fuck, man.
So we're saying the best player is a subjective
Yes.
criteria.
Yes.
Let's do like the overall best player is someone who's collaborative. Okay, we all want a collaborative player, just like the general stuff. Then this makes up the best player. They have good audio, of course. They have good lighting. Like the tech side is good. And then they have like they're good role players. They're good yes-anders and all that good stuff. And so that's making like maybe somebody might say like, oh, they have a good amount of experience or something. So that makes the best player. What if we're just picking those people rather like regardless of their background? Should we ask on the application like their cultural background? Should that be a question to help like filter, or should it not be in there?
I think it
Let's put
depends
it in
on
there.
Or
your intentionality. Like, what is the intention
Mhm.
of your AP here?
yeah.
Is your intention to make a high quality, excellent audio, crazy voice actor type story, or is your intention to support and have representation at your table? Um,
Both. All of it.
Ideally, you could have both, right? But sometimes you get one but not the other, and that's when you have to really prioritize for yourself, which is more important.
Yes.
I said no earlier, and
You
the
did
the
say
word
no.
experience is the reason why you get XP every time you do a thing.
Mhm.
I will. I don't know. It's once again community art educator. I want to see Black people come up. I want to see Black people get their reps in. I don't want someone who's not Black who has a hell of a lot more reps over someone who is Black and wants reps and hasn't had a chance to get those reps in. I will give the opportunity to give a Black person more reps every single time. That's yeah,
Interesting.
I think quantity over quality. I think I said that earlier before we started going live too.
Yeah.
Of just like do it a million times, you'll get better every time. That's where the quality comes from, not from like sitting down and making it perfect before you try. It's like doing it, making mistake, learning, doing it again.
You know
Yeah.
what? That's how me and Merm have tried so many systems. It's not by like finishing the rule book before. No, I know we personally have both tried over 50. And it's not because
Whoa.
we were like I'm gonna read. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna play it first. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read it before I play it. Like, no, we've tried
Mhm.
all these because
Yeah.
I'm sure like half of them we didn't know how to play. We just like
No.
joined a game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I
do
think
it.
my thing, and like I'm so grateful that I learned this in high school, is that it's okay to fail. It's so fucking okay to fail.
Mhm.
You can mess up, and you also like you can mess up on stream. Who fucking cares? Like the important thing is that you do something, someone says no, and you're like, okay, what can I do?
Mhm.
What can I do in the future to do what I want to do? Like if I want to fucking min max my fucking character, how do I fucking do that shit? I still know how to do that. I'm never gonna ask. I want to make fucking fucky wucky characters instead. It's more fun this way. But like,
Yeah, it depends.
okay,
Listen,
we're different.
you're
It's just
cutting it
we're different.
close.
It's okay.
You better learn that rule. I swear to God.
Okay, maybe we'll get on call later and you'll sit me down, you'll do checklists with me, and I'll be like, okay, I get it now.
Okay.
But like like you can fail and it's okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you don't have to know a system inside and out to do it, because the most important thing is asking questions. Like I'm a former educator. I work in a fucking bookstore. I work with high schoolers. I'm a coach. I want people to ask me questions. I want to be a person that people can rely on to be like, how do I fucking do this? And I'm like, it's like this. How many times did it take me to learn that? It's an embarrassing amount. But like, I'm happy to be that person. I'm also happy to make mistakes in front of you, to be like, oh, I messed that up, my bad. Here's what we're gonna do moving forward, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I
Mm-hmm.
think that plays in so much into like the way that I play as well. And the reason why I've played over 50 systems is because I'm like, I don't know. This is scary and weird, but like, let's try. Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly. But like Chanel said, get your reps in. Basically, just like keep playing, keep putting yourself out there, push all the newbies out of the way. Like steal the seat. You know what I mean? Like do what you got to do to keep playing. But as someone who makes actual plays, and then for my podcast, I am very intentional. So, but you do have to be a little bit. I can't. I honestly, it's hard. I don't know if I'll take a newbie, because there is a certain level that I do need and want, because this is the kind of story that I'm trying to tell. So I do want you to get your reps in, but there's also like the when you I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but when you're getting to like if you want to tell a specific type of story, I do need someone who needs like a certain mic or something, like audio is very important. Um I need someone who understands like how to collaborate and like knows improv and knowing when to step back and step in. I'm not sure if that's something I want to teach in like a 5 recording session type thing. Does that make sense, Chanel? But I do want
That
people
makes
to get
sense.
their reps in.
Yes.
Okay.
That means that is really important, and I think it's also really important to point out that it's a team effort.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of, I don't know if it makes sense as like a clean analogy. I really like that you have a background in graphic design and UX design, because I have a fine arts background in community art education and
Mm.
fucking suck at graphic design. So bad at it.
Okay.
And I think it's just really interesting that like in the realm of like visual work, like you can have two professionals, one who's like, uh my focus is on the functionality, not just like the aesthetic, but this is doing something. It doesn't matter that this is a pretty picture, can anybody read it? And
Yeah,
then
exactly. Yeah.
you've got like on the other side, it's I don't care that if whether or not you have completed the assignment the way I have assigned it. Have
Mm.
you developed in your way as the artist you are? Those are, we need multiple people, and I think that even just speaks to like, it can't just be non-POC people like opening the door a little wider for POC people
Yeah, yeah.
to get space. We have to be edifying each other and taking up different roles. Being like being the Black woman who people know are like, it's important for other people to have an association with Black and high quality, because that's not always a thing that happens. And
Unfortunately.
then
Yeah,
also
yeah.
there needs to be an association with Black, and the stakes are not that high, because that's also in the inverse within our own community, something
Also
that
another
doesn't always
thing.
happen,
Yeah.
right? So it's definitely a team effort. We have to we got a doorstop in there. The door's cracked open.
Yeah.
We gotta start like fireman chaining
Yeah.
water through. Like we need to be helping each other. We got to be like those ants that like make a bridge over the thing.
Yeah.
And be supporting each other. Yeah.
But also if you have more privilege, you just helping people and being like, hey, I know this person, I'm going to recommend them.
Mhm.
I'm because of where I'm at, because of my privilege, I can help other people who don't have this. So it's we're always welcoming of the help and the shout outs and all that and stuff like that. So and
Mhm.
also I'll say, because I know that topics like this tend to discuss like the majority a lot, and we know who the majority is. Just want to say I love the majority. I do know. I can't.
Do you have Maia, do you have a white male friend?
Oh,
Do you have one white male friend?
I
We
have
have
white
one.
friends.
We do.
You have white friends?
Yeah,
That's
my
fine.
cousin's girlfriend is white.
Oh my gosh.
So far removed. You said your
And
cousin?
third,
Second? Third?
third
cousin.
But no, I just I just want to say, I hope not that one ethnicity feels targeted, but it's really just about opening your mind and becoming a little bit more educated and learning more tips and tricks to diversifying your portfolio and being more intentional about who's at your table. And I'm challenging myself to do that as well. When I was first starting out, my table pretty much looked all the same because I was just starting out, and I mean, I don't think I saw a Bria yet, and like I said, I'm just used to being the only one, so I never really questioned it.
Yeah, your
But
tolerance is so high.
I'm sorry?
Your tolerance is for
Oh
microaggressions
my,
is so high.
your tolerance.
Yeah,
I
for my
told
like
you, I'm
I
so
didn't
chill.
play until I met Abria Iyengar in person and saw her with my eyeballs, and my brain was like, "No, she's not on your screen. She's a real human Black woman in reality, in the same reality you live in. This is a reality where Black women play TTRPGs."
Yeah.
That's what made me play. My God.
But I'm the type of person who will do it anyway. Who'll be
Yeah.
like, I think seeing people is important, but I didn't need to see her to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, but it was nice. It was nice to see her, just to be like, oh, that's cool. It is happening. But I kind of steamroll ahead. This hyperfixation is a real thing, you guys.
Mhm.
It will keep you up until 4 a.m. is all I'm saying. And I think
Mhm.
everybody knows what I mean, as we're all a bunch of nerds. So another question is this type of like tokenism fear. Um, uh, People might ask, doesn't focusing specifically on POC voices make those players feel like they're just there to fill a quota? Sometimes.
Who's focusing?
The people who want to like diversify.
Okay. So people of color can focus on people of color is a thing. I don't know. I just feel like if we I think a lot of the times the problem is like, no, but if white people don't open the door, people of color don't get in. The door is open now. It had to be opened, but it is open now.
It's open.
So
I have walked through.
yeah.
We have all
So many
walked.
times. You've
We are-
steamrolled so many people.
I have elbowed somebody.
Hey, a lot of us have walked through the Kool-Aid man hole in the wall someone else busted. Sometimes it's
It
not
was
even a
Maia.
door.
It was Maia.
Yeah.
Maia busted through that wall. And we're just
Yeah.
walking through it now.
Yep.
I appreciate you, Maia.
But
with all your
actually,
heart.
I'm like really cool and chill. I never bust through anything. I just like I saunter. Okay,
Mm.
that's
You
how.
still
Well, the
bust out
wall,
of that
good for
door
you.
by
Good thing
sauntering.
the wall was made out of oobleck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can still
I
bust through a wall, Maia. I think
okay.
that's
I just
okay?
wanted to confirm that
Yes.
I
You
don't
still
look
look hot.
crazy.
You're great.
Somebody said there's a Maia shaped hole in the TT. Oh, so they
It
look.
can
It
be
looks
seen from
really
space.
cool.
Actually,
Okay.
it can be seen from space. So
I
that's
guess.
not
Like
I
bad.
guess what. I
the edge
guess
of
what
the
I mean
phone,
is
right?
like,
Yeah.
don't just invite someone for the look.
Yeah.
Tip of the day, don't just invite them for the look. Like value their voice and their input.
I think so. You were previously talking about like, reaching out to people specifically. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
if you tell people, like if you tell or like if you've been told by someone to be like, oh, you should like talk to this person to see if they're like available for like a
Yeah, yeah.
for an AP or something like that. Actually do the research on them. Like figure out who they are and like if it actually like works. Don't be like, oh, this person recommended you to me, and then you get to the session 0 and they're like, oh my gosh, like you're so cool. Like I didn't like you were recommended to me, but like because that's happened to me where they were like, oh my gosh, remember you're so cool, but like I didn't even know, and I was like, just watch some
Whoa.
clips of me because I'm just fucking loud all the time, and I just try to make funny ha-has all the time. Like actually do that follow up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, so look into the person.
Crazy.
Also,
Yeah.
the people who are recommending someone, like send a link too. Send a couple links. Be
Yeah.
like, this person's awesome. Here's a couple things. Or if you can, send a link. But also just like do the research on them. I agree. So
I
that,
was gonna
yeah.
point out a different reason. Sometimes people may be palatable to you for reasons that are non-palatable to people within their own communities.
Hmm.
Yeah.
For
And it's
example,
yeah.
you have a specific example like that you want to name
Um,
names and stuff? Or?
no, not really. It's I
Okay.
like the best way I can describe it is like if be like try to search your soul for moments where you say to yourself, "Oh, yeah, this one's not as bad."
And ask why
Like
you're thinking that?
yeah, like if a person of color pings you as different in a way that you like more than other people of color, that's a bias ping. That's a little racist. At the same time, flip that coin. This person might be code switching in a problematic way to make themselves more palatable to you to serve themselves at the expense of people in their community.
And that's why it's always a toss up. It's like
Yeah,
that's why the process is long but worth it, I think. Like I've had a lot of I've had moments where I didn't listen to my gut, and because I wanted an all black table, there was still one person who I still had friction with, and it didn't make the game horrible, but I at the end of the day I was like, well, damn, like I should have just listened to my gut. And there's going to be those moments too if like any black people are listening, like I wanted so badly, like, after the Juneteenth thing, I was, like, so not I think it was before the Juneteenth thing or something, I really wanted, like, all black table, let's do this, you never really see it, but, um, nobody's perfect, no matter their race or whatever, so you could still have duds in your game no matter the race or ethnicity, and just listen to your gut, everybody, too, very important. So those moments will pop up too. And so like the casting process, but once you find someone, you find a Merm, you find a Chanel, hold them forever, hold on to them tight, don't ever let them go. Even if they want to leave, they're not going anywhere.
Wait, what?
Next topic. I'm turning into Olivia, what is Octavia Spencer, when she was like that creepy Ma or
oh
whatever.
Ma, yeah, I still need to
Yes.
She's
watch
my
So
next
that.
villain. Ma, come drink with me.
Yeah.
I did not see that horrible movie, but I've seen all the clips.
Was it a bad movie? Yeah,
I-
honestly,
I've
unsurprisingly,
never
I
seen it.
like watching bad movies.
Oh,
Never
but
seen it.
Is it a
there's a
bad movie?
specific Tyler Perry movie that I watch when I just need a really good laugh.
Oh yeah?
I mean, throw a rock and you'll hit a bad Tyler Perry movie and have a good
Yeah.
time.
I can't watch is it Why Did I Get Married? I can't watch that anymore. It's not Why Did I Get Married,
What?
Is
is
it
it?
How Did I Get Married
That's a
to?
shame. Yeah, why did I get married and why did I get
Why
married
did
to?
I can't watch it anymore because I minored in psychology and now Janet Jackson's character pisses me the fuck off because she does everything wrong. Like nothing, he did no research.
Damn.
Absolutely nothing was correct in how psychologists work.
Are you
Everything was bad
surprised Tyler
to
Perry
the
didn't
point
do research?
that oh god.
He wrote the thing in 2 hours, filmed it in 2 weeks. Like, what are we doing here? He's horrible. He's horrible. Anyway, everybody go watch Acrimony. That is what it's called. You'll have the best
Oh,
time of
I've
your
not
life.
seen that one.
Acrimony. I'll say it again. Acrimony. It is the funniest bad Tyler Perry movie. Anyway, if anybody wants to come over and we can hate watch it with some popcorn, it is so funny. Okay, I'm gonna send everybody my address later. Keep an eye out. I am just kidding.
Oh, I can already see it. Yes, I'm gonna watch
It
this.
is so. It was filmed in a week, and it's perfect. Anyway, so what if people say, "Hey, I don't live in a place where there are many POC. How am I supposed to build a diverse table?
Internet is not how that works.
I don't like playing on
No.
the internet."
Oh,
Oh, devil
okay. I
advocate's
don't know.
back.
You're like, "Oh, the devil's back." No, but listen. Advocate. But okay, listen.
Whoa.
This is a real thing. I live in a rural area, and truly there aren't any POC here. And my group meets every week. What can we do?
But you're there.
Huh?
You're there.
What are you talking about? Me?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about me. I'm the devil's
are you
advocate.
situation?
I
Yes,
know what I'm
yes.
saying is that like there's a scenario where you're not as confident in stepping into this hobby, and everybody ignores the fact that you exist and you want to play and you just don't get to play because you get it like unless there's 0 people of color who want to play, cast them. If there are 0, what's the question? That's not your fault.
That doesn't answer my question.
Well, your question is what if there's no people of color in like I want to do an in-person table. There's
Yeah.
no people of color in the surrounding 100 miles that I can't like pay to fly somebody in. That's
Right,
not
yeah.
racist. That's a
Yeah, no, it's
physical
not. It's just
obstacle.
just
But like
the way
if
the cookie crumbles.
yeah, but if there's like if it's like Montana and there's a population of like 0.5% black people there, let alone just like people of color in general. So I think it's specifically black people, the statistic. I looked at it one time and it made me laugh really hard. But if it's once again thinking like, cool, who's gonna see it? Who's gonna self-select themselves out? Have you done enough due diligence that if one person of color sees your casting call, will they be able to go, oh, finally I get an opportunity to play, or will they need some special like facet of their personality to make them Kool-Aid man through that door?
I think in some situations it could be both.
Yeah.
I think some it could be like, well, the casting call wasn't that inviting. Also, I'm very shy. And yeah, I have not 1 ounce of Kool-Aid man in me, you know? And so that I'm sure there are people. No. What does the anti Kool-Aid man say when he busts? He doesn't even bust through.
No,
He
he
kind of
stays.
What?
You
he
hear
he
the
hesitantly-
mumbling through the wall. Just say, "Oh no!"
There's an anti-Kool-Aid man?
Yeah, their juice is blue.
Freeze. That's my favorite sentence in the whole world. Their juice is blue.
Get it
That's a good
tattooed.
sentence.
I will say if you physically cannot like change the demographic of your players, you can still like change the demographic of your story and do research that way and like learn about different cultures and respectfully add it into your stories. Look through like audit your tropes. Most small town like monolithic tables default to the Eurocentric fantasy. Switch it up. Support artists like through buying their books, and then like and then that's another way to avoid the fantasy is just medieval Europe trap. And so that's one way, because if you aren't around POC in real life, you be more intentional about the media that you consume. So read like this, support the supplements written by POC creators. Yeah, I would say that's like that's the best I can think of in terms of if you just there's no one else near you, but you can still support like having books delivered by Black creators or people of color. And that's one way. And you can, the internet is still a thing though. You could still like join games, join different tables, you can learn online, watch YouTube videos. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have any more devil's advocate questions. I could though. I could come up with more if you guys want to get annoyed.
Actually, I would love. I don't know how much longer wanting to stream. I'm chill to go for longer, but I
We
will
could
need
we
like
could go
a,
we could
a
let's
little
do
break
like
if we do.
let's do let's do 5 more minutes. We've been going for like an hour and
Oh yeah, then I don't need a break
42
for that.
minutes. Let's
Yeah.
finish it off. Everybody is in a British accent. And how do we want to close
What?
this?
We can what? Yeah, what?
You what, mate? It's Tuesday. I'm
What, mate?
thinking what? You what, mate? Let's finish it off. How do we want to close it?
Are we hard committing to British accent?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's an immediate drop. Let's do something filled with joy. I would love to
You
hear
think I'm not
some.
having joy right now?
No, I'm just saying that you did a lot of devil's advocate, and your
Oh,
devil's advocate was really white, and so I just want some like black and brown joy on this stream. So I just want to hear about like some of your favorite things.
my
that you
devil's
did.
advocate was Russian, but sure.
Russian is still white anyway.
It's on you that you didn't catch the little hints I was putting in there. No, I got you. Okay.
Is your name
Joy.
Ilya?
Joy. Oh, happiness. I know what that is. What makes me happy? What, Merm?
Do we have
You-
to talk? Do you know what joy is? Are you okay?
Peanut butter jelly sandwiches, milk,
No, like
little doggies.
how have you exuded like your own cultural like joy in the games that you've recently played?
Cultural joy. You know what? I had a really fun time. Our recent game. I have so many games. Uh, okay, War of the Ravens, Legend in the Mist, political fantasy, not political intrigue, and very very gritty. During world building, I was very intentional because you can just default to the Eurocentric fantasy type tables. But while we were world building, I was like, I want to do other cultures. Like we gotta do, and so we like um put Asian cultures in one society, and then we did African culture, and I just felt really good in like the main protagonist and the kings and the queens and their whole family down the line, all dark skinned black people, and I felt really really good about that. That was my first time doing that, and it taught me a lesson like, oh, I need to also be intentional about this because I can also fall into the default Eurocentric trap. So that's where I would say my recent joy is, and just being like proud that I thought to be intentional about that. And I mean, that's still stuff I need to think about. Like the default is, it's crazy that even for me, I guess there's like some rewiring that still even I need to do in my brain because I love to read fantasy. So even I'm like, oh, like read Lord of the Rings, read The Hobbit, like default is white. So I guess maybe that's where it's coming from, where I need to do some reconstruction there. But it felt really good. It felt different, but I'm hoping one day it doesn't feel different. And if that makes sense, where it could just feel like, yeah, this is just a cool thing, and this is the world that we're in. There's nothing different about it. It's just the way of life, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, and it felt really good. Also, some people in that family were horrible people. You know, everyone can be. We need more black villains, is what I'm saying. So, um, that's my black joy. Black playing black villains. Is so fun.
I can go next if you're still thinking, Chanel. I'm starting a new campaign on the Reflect Games channel, and my GM Maui, who's an incredible Black GM,
Yeah.
he and I spent an hour and a half just building a culture that is Pacific Islanders. And so I was able to just pull from from a bunch of different cultures that like I wanted to be a part of mine, like the importance of our tattoos, of like bringing like the Tongan idea, the Tongan like matriarchal society, bringing that into it, just like having this like chief and tribal like affiliations, and just like having this just extended conversation with him about all of it, and also including the nuances of language in that as well. So and like not anglicizing or making things easier to say for other people, but keeping full names of like my family members, of myself, and just like bringing myself to that, and then bringing my own knowledge into that, just like made me so unbelievably happy. And I'm like so excited to like have that be such a huge part of like this long-term campaign, because now I just get to like have fun and just kind of be the like badass Samoan superhero that gets to ride dragons and stuff that I never got to see in the fantasy novels
Oh,
that I've
I'm
read.
happy for you. That sounds
Yeah.
really cool.
I'm very excited. We're currently filming like a children's campaign sort of thing, like
Yeah.
just to kind of like get our like level 0 out of the way,
Mm.
and build our group dynamic for when we come back together as like young adults
Okay.
in an academy. So,
Okay. Awesome.
but that's not going to be released to the general public. That's going to be behind a paywall. So,
Behind a pit.
yeah.
Well,
But the whole time I talk like this because I'm some snot-nosed kid, so it's kind of a fun time. It's kind of gross, but it's okay. It's okay.
oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, Chanel, what's your black joy that involves me?
I'm trying to open my mouth all the way because I have like ginger snaps all in my molars and it's gross.
JK.
I think it does actually involve you.
Oh my God! Stop.
Specifically my black actual play joy is more of a behind the scenes community
Yeah.
building kind of thing.
Mm.
I've had the pleasure of speaking, like DMing, talking to different people just about experiences that have been had in different scenarios, questions on whether or not going in a particular direction will be safe, will be comfortable, what to think about going forward. Even like the situation was like, hold on, why did so few like black folks sign up for my game, and being able to go into like Anansi's web and like complain about that jokingly, and then seeing the different responses, being able to like suss out like, cool, what's going on in the background, what do people need within the community versus like how are people stepping out and doing things on their own. That's something that lights me up particularly, and I'm finding that surprising because I felt like I was like my interest in actual play is like my participation is hobby level, my interest is career level. And I kind of thought I was like abandoning my academic pathway, and I'm realizing like, oh, there's so many community art teacher things, and I'm able to reach back and be like, cool, this is how I make it easier for other people to like support what like we're all doing something. And there's like, cool, I'm gonna make another podcast, or I'm gonna be like another face, but like there's already people like my black joy is seeing that everybody's good. And that's something that I've been able to, like in the past 3 weeks, have really great conversations with people individually, like solving like individual problems, like trading information. Like people have come to me with an issue that has helped me, and I've been able to pass information along, or like pass like opportunities down. Seeing that pop up for Black people specifically is something that really lights me up. Yeah.
Okay, I kind of feel like we should end this on like a freaking role play scene.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
I'm very ready.
This is
what
no
system
prep.
are we playing?
No prep, no system. This is
this
is the system of my brain. Are you ready?
Yes.
Is it no dice?
No, there is dice.
Yes, there's dice.
There is dice. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Okay.
And how does that work? You're rolling a d4.
Oh.
Can I have inspiration?
And add +2.
Add +2. Okay.
Yeah. Hurry up.
This
Grab
makes
grab a D4. Hurry up.
5.
5.
Add +2, 4.
Okay. Merm is going first.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Don't ask questions.
I'm not. What are my what can I do? What
You're
is
at a
the
Dunkin'
team?
Donuts in North Jersey.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. And you have to go. This is initiative. You have to go up and order breakfast.
Okay. Hey, can I get the sweet pepper egg sandwich?
From outside the window, she says, "We're not open yet."
I need it now. I got work in
I'm
like
sorry, we're not open yet. You hear through the window.
I would like to
What would you like to do?
I would like to take out my axe and smash the window so I can get into this Dunkin' Donuts before they open.
Okay. You
Okay.
see that Chanel's character has already been inside.
Okay, then I
While
find the front
while the
door.
woman is like, "Oh, we're closed." Chanel is, but you're behind her.
Okay, that's fine. Chanel could go first. I want Chanel.
No,
to
no,
go
no, no,
first.
no. You rolled a 4 on initiative, so you go first. Just want to
No,
let
but
you.
I would
Who's
like
who's the game master here, huh?
I would like to hold my turn until Chanel is done.
Okay, that is a commandment in this game.
Okay, great. Chanel.
Hi, what?
We're in a Dunkin' Donuts in North Jersey and we're trying to get breakfast. And you were in line ahead of me and I tried to smash the window open and it didn't work because you were already inside, so I walked in and now I'm standing behind you in line.
We're inside?
Yes.
I thought I explained this clearly.
It's you.
I feel like
Very-
I'm
Are we outside? Paint,
We're
paint me a
inside.
word picture.
You're
we are inside the Dunkin'
You are
Donuts.
inside the Dunkin' Donut. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The female worker is looking at Merm right now, and she's saying, "We're not open yet."
But we're both inside already.
Oh, you're both.
Okay.
Yeah. I got
Well, I'm the GM, so you're outside actually.
Okay, I still hold my turn and Chanel
Do
can
I
go.
work at Dunkin' Donuts?
Okay, I'm going to roll a D100. I'm going to roll a D100 and 2D6, and I'll let you know what it means when I'm done.
Here we go. Here we
That's an
fucking
insane
go.
combination of dice.
Here we fucking go.
That is a 26. And like I said, I rolled under a 50, so she pulls out her switchblade.
Wait,
We
was
live
it a
Dunkin'
26
Donuts in
combined?
Canada.
Huh? So,
Was it
What are
a
you talking about?
26 combined? Like between all
you take
all...
26 damage as she goes to cut your arm open,
Ooh.
and you guys only start off with 10 hit points.
Who
Sorry.
takes damage?
Who-
Merm.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, okay. Chanel, is nice knowing you. I am on the ground, dead.
Go ahead and roll a death save. That's a D20.
D20? Okay.
You want to know the DC?
No, I rolled an 8. Do I add
Oh.
anything?
You add a +4.
That's 12.
Yeah, the DC was 11. You made it.
I'm
Oh, nice.
You come back up with 1 hit point.
Oh.
whatever's happening, I'm allergic to it. You just said there's a plus on a DC, and I got so mad. I mean, I got so angry about that.
Okay, the enemy took her turn. Chanel, it's up to you. Go ahead.
Up to me to what? I've
She's a
been in a
switchblade, she
Dunkin'
just cut
Donuts
me.
one time. That
It's
one
your
time
initiative.
I
I just added 5 more D6 to my pool. So go ahead. Hurry
You're
up.
so spending
I
my
very
turn now.
politely say, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you let me know when you open the cash register so I can order? I'll let you take your time."
Oh, and she says, "Yeah, you're so sweet. I can do that for you right now." And she puts the switchblade away and
Okay.
goes to the front. Hi, what can I get you? Welcome to Dunkin'.
Hi, can I have like the one thing that has maple in it that I had the one time I went to Chicago because there's no Dunkin' Donuts
She
in
goes,
Canada?
I'm allergic to maple. Sorry, we don't have that.
Oh, don't touch that.
Yeah. Oof.
Can I? What is that Dunkin' Donuts?
There's refreshers where you can have like lemonade and like green tea together. There's like obviously an array of coffee if you drink coffee. There's protein shakes. There's obviously donuts because Dunkin' Donuts.
There are donuts.
And then there's breakfast croissant sandwiches with egg and like different various kinds of sweet things with bacon and things.
As you're
'cause I go to
talking-
Dunkin' a little too much.
As someone who knows the menu at Tim Hortons off by heart, I think you go to Dunkin' a normal amount of times.
Okay, so I rolled 6, 6, 5, 5, 3, 1, plus 40.
Oh my god.
Why
Um,
do you get plus 40? My
That's
God.
12 plus 10
I rolled a
plus
D100.
4 is
I did
that.
that through my
Her
fucking
eyes start to glow red as you talk to her. She says, "What would you like to order?"
That was a 26 plus 40.
I would love a
66.
croissant twitch with medium coffee. Do you take 2 creams, 2 sugars here? Is that how you say? Where I
And then
come from,
she
we just call
snaps
that
out
a
of it. She
double
says, "Yeah,
double.
yeah, of course."
Okay, because where I come from, that's a double double. But I want 2 creams and 2 sugars and a medium coffee, please.
I'm lactose intolerant. Sorry.
Oh, oat milk girly. That's fine.
I can't I can't be anywhere. I'm also gluten free. I can't.
I'm really sure there's no gluten oats.
I think there's gluten in oats.
I
think,
love that you're dying on the hill of there being gluten in oats when I ordered
And I'm
bread.
actually dying outside.
You're
I hopped the counter.
Whoa. Okay, roll a d20.
8.
8. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Add a plus 3.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you hit her? What do you jump over the counter and you make it?
Oh, I don't hit her. I just start making my food.
Okay. And she goes and she hands you a t-shirt. She says, "Welcome to Duncan." And that's where we're gonna end this scene.
You did it. Am I dying outside, or am I just like, okay, I just have to go to a hospital?
I think multiple people are coming up, walking over your body because it's North Jersey, baby. Nothing stops for this. We got to get to work.
Yeah.
We ain't stopping for you.
That's what I tried to do, and then I got cut. So
thank you. This is how I usually run my games. Join them.
they're really fun. They are so fun. They're so fun. I tried to romance somebody, didn't work. It was great in your game.
Thank you. Absolute cinema. I would agree, as some of the comments in the chat would say. This is TTRPG. I think this is TTRPG.
This is TTRPG singular.
In crystal form.
Just one.
Yeah.
You roll a d20 and then you roll 20 d6s plus a d100, and I think we made a TTRPG, folks.
I rolled a 19. I think we did it. I think I did my part.
Oh, you did?
my
Okay.
God.
That was a 19?
Yeah,
Chanel?
19. I did my part.
15. I was really hoping it was going to be a 1.
Wow.
Really hoping.
Wow. Lower number equals better, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I went first in initiative, so you did better.
Okay, well, everybody who was listening or who have listened, thank you for listening. Thank you, Chanel, Merm, and Andrew. Andrew had to drop off early, but we thank Andrew for coming as well. Remember, continue to have these important conversations and all that good stuff. You can find me at Looking for Mom or Maia's Game Room on Blue Sky. That's the name of my actual play podcast as well. Chanel, where can people find you?
You can find me at Chanel Lees, with or without a hyphen, pretty much everywhere, depending on the website, because some websites don't let you put a hyphen in your username, and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And also you can find Anansi's web at anansisweb.bsky.social. If you are a Black person who's interested in getting involved with actual play and you would like some very Black support, we got you. Come in.
The blackest of support.
Blickety blackest.
Blickety black. Okay.
Black cow. Sorry.
Black cow.
Hi everybody, my name is Verb. I'm not Black in this space, but I'm happy to be here with these two incredible women and fed people, and all the people here. We love them. Hi, you can find me at Merm with 3 R's. That's MIRRRM. I always mess that up. Whoa.
Thank you. I just wanted to see if everybody
I don't know what's happening.
Put them up.
Incredible. You can find me Blue Sky with that, and then there are 2 underscores at the beginning and end on my Instagram, and those are the only 2 places that you can find me. I do writing, I do poetry, I do TTRPGs and make funny ha-has, and then people in chat have said that I make people cry, but like that only happens like half the time sometimes. But I do like make people cry because it's getting cathartic.
50% of the time, I'm right 100% of the time.
Exactly. And I gotta go to bed because I'm fucking tired. But it's only 8 o'clock. So
yeah, like grandma, dang.
You need to tell me how old you are.
Roll a d20.
After we come off stream.
I rolled a 10.
Oh, you killed yourself.
Oh God. Well,
DC was okay. Everybody, have a good night. Wave and say bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.